true story. Um, a minute ago, actually, about an hour ago, I decided to do a song for my granddaughter, Harper. Beautiful young lady. And I said, well, what song should I do that's fitting for that beautiful young lady, my beautiful granddaughter? And I said, well, why don't I do Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder, which is a fitting song for her. So I've always played that song, but I never played the melody. I never played the lead part. So I began to play it, and right. So I started playing that. I've always played that part. I never played the lead part. So in thinking about playing that, I said, okay, I have to play the melody. I have to play the melody and play the chords at the same time. So we're thinking about chord melodies and keeping um, the melody on top, and then also thinking about all the different ways I can approach playing it. So just playing it, pretty straightforward, and playing, keeping that melody on the top, I did something like this. Right. So I did that. So after doing that, and I played it for her, and I sent it to my son so he can make sure that she got it. I said, okay, now if I wanted to comp over that, what am I doing? What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about these chords. So I'm playing. My guitar is tuned down a half step. So I'm playing in a position like I'm playing an F, right? So I know it was a six, right? Then my two, right? Five, right? And one. So that's the progression until it goes into the four, right? Goes, right? Right. There's three, six, right? Two, five, five, back to the one. I want to open it up. I said, okay, Kev, let's play around with it. Let's figure out what we can do. And I'm back again. See, I told you guys, you never know when I'm going to come back here on YouTube. So I said, okay, what can I do? How can I play over that song? So what I did was, I said, okay. Right? Then I played a seven chord, and then see, and I turned that around, playing that seven. That's a A7, right? That A7. Then I played a F sharp diminished seven. No, I'm sorry, a G diminished seven, and then a C sharp diminished seven. See that? So we can do that. So we go. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so let's do that again. Right? like that. See, I can take those things and move it around instead of playing pretty much straightforward. So once you establish the melody in the song, you have freedom to play all of these different things. So instead of just staying, you can count. That's my daughter. She's lovely. She's beautiful. Is it? Aren't you beautiful? And my granddaughter Rihanna. Oh, I got some beautiful kids and granddaughters. And Harper, all of you guys. I love y'all. Yeah. So don't be afraid to comp. As long and let me tell you, true. This is really true. Real honest to God truth. Not long ago, I say not long ago, I couldn't do. I should say, I wasn't able to be able to play that kind of stuff. I couldn't play that stuff because I didn't understand the structure of chords. I didn't understand theory. So I was locked into my muscle memory. So I was only playing I was only playing certain things. I was playing what I was familiar with. I was playing the six, a minor seven chord. I didn't even know what a minor seven chord was, but this is why I was playing the bar chord. And then I could play this because I always played the James Brown chord. Yep. Right. And see that? Help a friend with a kitchen remodel. So hey, Sonia. Hey, Andrew. Hey, everybody. So, like I was saying, not long ago, I didn't have the ability to play these different moves because I had no idea what I was playing. I was locked into muscle memory. All I could do was play what I knew. This. That's all I could do because I was just saying, oh, this is what I can play. This is what fits. But once I got into the knowledge of basic music theory, I knew that certain chords was naturally associated with others. So I could move all up and down the fretboard. So instead of my fretboard looking like this, it looks like that. I have so much landscape where I can work from as the country folks would say, from the rooter to the tutor, from start to finish. I can go all up and down my fretboard because I understood the major scale, how to build chords, inversions, what type of chords work with what, understanding that these chord relationships, chord melodies, because in that song, if you listen, and I'll do this right again, I'm playing the melody, but I'm also playing the chords. Like, check this out. The chords and the melody, right? There it is. And you could hear the statement being made. So once we lay down that statement, we can go for it because everybody now knows the song. Everybody knows that song. So instead of, once you lay the foundation, they know the song, then you have freedom to play whatever. So you can go. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Miss Sonia. The 251. 2, 5, 1. 6, 2, 5, 1. Going to 1, 2, 3, 4. To the 3. Dominant. 6. Right? That's a flat 5. Okay? Then we go 5. And all I did just then was play inversions. Same. Back to the 1. Yeah. So all of that I couldn't do. I couldn't do all of that before. Not long ago. I couldn't play all of that because why? I didn't know that the -7 flat 5 and the 9 chord was so closely related. I didn't know that I can play a 7 chord and a diminished chord. They were so closely related. I didn't know all of these things, but once I got into the know, once I got into the knowledge, the understanding that everything is related. I call my guitar cousins. Cousins. Because everybody is a cousin. Everybody is related to. Sound good. What's thoughts and process on? You know what? I don't do a whole lot. I know scales. Don't get me wrong. I know scales, and I love scales. But most of the time when I play things, I'm thinking more chordal. Like I was playing these chords, right? I can play the diminished kind of moves or augmented over that. So I'm thinking more of the chord than I'm thinking about scales. Because sometimes when you begin to play scales, you sound like you're playing scales. You sound just like you're playing scales, you know, unless you mix up the way you approach it. That's my thing. So instead of playing like a, so I played that over a dominant chord, over the A dominant, A7. Then it's the 6. So you can do that stuff because I'm only thinking about the chord. I'm not thinking about the scale. A lot of people ask me, say, Kevin, what scale is that? What scale are you thinking about? What when you play this, that, or the other? What are you thinking about? I'm thinking chords. So my thing and my suggestion to you guys who are either beginner, intermediate, advanced players, think more chordal. And this is just my approach. Other people have ways they approach that works for them. But what works for me is understanding my chords and how I'm moving up and down the fretboard. As like Sonia was saying, she was saying inversions. I'm a inversion nut. I'm that. And triads. In triads. I mean, all of that. If you notice, I was playing triads, except when I played the diminished 7 chord and I played a minor 7 chord. But for the most part, I'm playing triads. And I'm thinking about... See? Yeah. See? I'm back to this, like, the root or first inversion of a triad. I'm playing the second inversion here. That will work over that diminished or the minor, you know? So those things that once you understand the stuff, and that's why I teach this in my boot camp and my private lessons, every opportunity I get to share information with people, I tell them, please don't skip over that triad stuff. Don't skip over the inversion. Don't skip over the major scale. Don't skip over these things because they will help you. If you're a guitar player and you've been playing a really, really long time, like myself, it's going to be hard because it's going to feel like you're starting all over again. It's like, I already know how to play that. You may know how to play it, but you don't know what you're playing. And that makes the difference. And once you understand what you're playing and how it works, the sky is the limit. I call it guitar freedom. What type of amplifier do you use, Kevin? If not a mistaken, Ibanez. But this is an Ibanez Benson, and I'm playing through a Fractal Axe Effects 3. That's what I'm using. And I have a preset I call the Upper Room that I use at the church that I created. It's a preset that I created. Yeah, so that's what you're hearing. And I'm running through my Apollo interface. Yeah, so listen, I wasn't going to stay on long, but I did want to come on and say, hey, let's check this out. So it would give you options, and when you're thinking about playing different songs, like that beautiful song that Stevie Wonder wrote, Isn't She Lovely? You have more options. So they actually have like a solo in there, a harmonica, but a lot of times if you play that song, you're playing out somewhere, you don't have a harmonica player. So it'll be you. It'll be on a guitar player or a sax player or something. So when you get your opportunity, boom, you got it. This week I'm taking a key. Very good. Very good. Very good. I'm going to try to post this. I hope it posts and it's large enough. Oh, that's so small. So Sonia said, this week I'm taking a key and I'm calling out the notes. I'm calling the notes out loud. That's so good. That's so good. And the chords with the degrees out loud without my guitar. I'm on the key of F this week. Absolutely. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. I'm a tone snob. I'm a tone snob. But listen, I just wanted to come on for a few minutes, share that with you. For people who are viewing, I appreciate you coming through. If Timothy asks, says, is there a reason why you tuning is a half step down? I like for these type of guitars because it gives it more boom, gives it more body. I like the see, it's bigger to me a half step down. You know, I have huge strings on this guitar. I have I think 12 to 54s on here, and I dropped it a half step. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing. But my other guitars are tuned 440. I have one other guitar, this one in the back over here that you see. That's a 345, Gibson 345, and that is tuned in E flat. You know, that's why I do it. I love it. But other than that, most of my other guitars are tuned in 440. Now, I made a mistake one Sunday. I made a mistake one Sunday in church. Forgot I had tuned down, and I was to kick off the song, and I kicked it off, and like I was playing in 440, and that was a disaster. My MD turned around and looked at me like, "What in the world are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you playing?" So I happily slid down a half step, like I did it on purpose. Yeah, so you know you have to be careful. You have to understand where you are when you do tune down. But it gives the guitar more body, you know. But yeah. So listen, thank you guys for hanging out. I didn't want to be on here too much longer. I just wanted to stop in and let you guys know, give you a little bit of information. That's why it's important, you guys, to subscribe to my channel, because you never know when I pop up. You know I'm scheduled to come on tomorrow and do some stuff, and I will. But, you know, just hang tight, because when I get these ideas and these concepts, I like to come and share them, okay? So I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time.